The 5 simplest online business models to start in 2026 ranked on a sleeve. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads. Option 1, work 60 hours a week building someone else's dream, climbing a ladder you don't own in a system you didn't design. Option 2, invest 10 focused hours a week building something of your own, an asset, a skill, a stream of income that grows because of your effort, not just your attendance. Almost everyone says they'd choose option 2. But here's the truth. The real challenge isn't choosing freedom, it's knowing where to start. In 2026, there are more online business models available than at any point in history. You can sell products without touching inventory, build an audience without a studio. I'll offer services to clients on the other side of the world, launch digital assets to earn while you sleep. The opportunity has never been bigger, but neither has the noise. For every easy business model you see on social media, there's usually a hidden trade-off. Some require significant upfront capital. Some demand rare technical skills. Some require years of patience before seeing real returns. And others look simple but collapse under competition once you step inside. That's why in this video we're cutting through the hype. No inflated income screenshots, no overnight success fantasies, no just manifested advice. Instead, I'm breaking down 5 of the most popular online business models going into 2026. Honestly, for each one, we'll cover how it actually works in the real world, the real advantages and the real disadvantages of what you need to get started, and who it's realistically best suited for then. At the end, I'll rank them based on 3 factors that actually matter. Accessibility, how easy it is to begin; scalability, how big it can realistically grow; and long-term sustainability, whether it can survive beyond trends. Because building online income isn't about chasing what's trending. It's about choosing a model that fits your skills, your resources, and your tolerance for risk. So if you're serious about building something of your own in 2026, not just consuming content about it, let's break this down properly. Starting with number 5. Amazon FBA. Fulfillment by Amazon isn't new. It's not some hidden loophole. It's not a secret hack. And it's definitely not a guaranteed shortcut to wealth. But it is one of the most structured, battle-tested online business models that still works in 2026. Here's how it actually works. You identify a product with demand, not a random guess. Real data: search volume, competition levels, margins. You source that product from a manufacturer, often overseas. You negotiate pricing, place a bulk order, and pay up front for inventory. Then you ship those units to Amazon's warehouse. From there, Amazon takes over. They store your inventory. They pack it. They ship it. They handle customer service. They process returns. To the buyer, it looks like they're buying from Amazon. Behind the scenes, it's your product. And that's why people love it. You get access to one of the largest customer bases in human history. Millions of people already trust the platform. You don't have to build traffic from scratch. You don't have to manage shipping logistics from your bedroom. The infrastructure is already built. It's scalable. It's automated on the fulfillment side. And it has created real million-dollar brands. But here's the part most gurus gloss over. It requires capital. You're buying inventory before you know if it will sell. You're competing in markets where thousands of sellers are using the same data tools. Margins can shrink overnight. Ad costs can spike. And Amazon controls the entire ecosystem. They can change fees. They can suspend listings. They can alter ranking algorithms. You are building on rented land. And while fulfillment is automated, the real game is product research and capital management. Choosing the wrong product can tie up thousands of dollars in dead inventory. Choosing the right one can change your financial trajectory. It's efficient once running. But it is not beginner-friendly if funds are tight or risk tolerance is low, so let's be honest. Ease level: moderate. Startup cost: higher than most online models. Risk level: real. Best suited for people with capital, analytical thinking, and patience to test and iterate. Amazon FBA isn't dead. It's just no longer easy. And that's exactly why it still works for the right person. If you approach it like a real business, not a lottery ticket, it can be powerful. But if you're looking for low risk and low investment, this might not be your starting point. Print on demand. Print on demand sounds almost too good to be true. No warehouse, no bulk orders, no boxes stacked in your living room, just an idea and an internet connection. Here's how it works. You create a design. It could be typography, artwork, a meme, a niche slogan, or a brand identity. You'll upload that design to a print-on-demand platform. When a customer places an order, the platform prints your design onto a product, a t-shirt, hoodie, mug, phone case, poster, and ships it directly to the buyer. You never touch the product. No inventory, no fulfillment headaches, no upfront manufacturing risk. That's the appeal. The barrier to entry is incredibly low. You can launch a store in days. Testing ideas is fast. If a design doesn't sell, you lose time, not thousands of dollars in unsold stock. For creatives, this is powerful. You can validate ideas quickly, you can experiment with niches, you can build micro-brands around specific communities, gym culture, pet lovers, gamers, entrepreneurs, inside jokes only certain groups understand. And because production only happens after a sale, cash flow risk is minimal. But here's the honest reality. Margins are thin. Because you're not buying in bulk, the base cost per product is higher. That means after platform fees and advertising, your profit per sale can be small, sometimes very small, and competition is intense. Thousands of sellers can upload designs within minutes. Many are using AI tools. Many are copying trends. If you rely purely on marketplace traffic, you'll blend into the noise. But if you build an audience through social media, email lists, there's also quality control to consider. You're trusting third-party suppliers to print and ship your products. If quality drops, your reputation suffers, even if it wasn't your direct mistake. So let's rank it honestly. Startup cost. Low, mainly marketing and design tools. Risk level. Low financially. Higher competitively. Print on demand isn't about quick cash. It's about building identity. Pod works best for those who know how to earn it. Email marketing as a business doesn't look exciting. There's no flashy product, no viral trend, no warehouse, just words sent directly to someone's inbox. And that's exactly why it's powerful. When done correctly, email marketing isn't just a marketing tool, it's a business. Here's the concept. You build a list of subscribers around a specific niche: fitness, investing, productivity, tech, parenting, faith, career growth, anything where people actively seek insight or solutions. You consistently provide value, insightful content, useful breakdowns, honest recommendations, stories that educate or inspire. Over time, trust compounds, and once trust exists, monetization becomes natural. You can promote affiliate products that genuinely help your audience. You can partner with brands. You can launch your own digital products, courses, guides, templates, memberships. The key difference: you own the audience. Unlike social media platforms that can throttle reach or change algorithms overnight, your email list is a direct line of communication. No gatekeepers, no dependency on trends, no fighting for visibility in an endless scroll. That ownership is leverage. Financially, email marketing can have extremely high returns. A single well-written campaign can generate more revenue than weeks of social media posting. Automation tools allow you to build sequences that nurture subscribers, recommend products, and create consistent income even while you sleep. But let's stay honest. Email marketing isn't magic. First, you need traffic. People don't join a list they've never heard of. You need content, ads, partnerships, or another channel to attract subscribers in the first place. Second, you need strong communication skills. Email is persuasion through clarity. If you can't write clearly, build curiosity, and deliver real value, people unsubscribe quickly. And most importantly, it takes time. Trust cannot be rushed. A list of 1,000 engaged subscribers is more valuable than 10,000 who don't care. Building that level of engagement requires consistency and authenticity. This is not a quick win model. It's a long-term asset. Ease, level, moderate, simple tools, but strategic thinking required. Startup cost. Low, mainly software and time. Risk level. low financially, high in patience required. Best suited for content creators, educators, thinkers, and people who can communicate ideas clearly. In 2026, attention is rented, but an email list that's owned. And ownership changes everything. A social media marketing agency is one of the most talked about online business models of the last decade, and for good reason. The concept is simple. Businesses need customers. Customers spend hours every day on social media. You help businesses reach those customers through paid ads or strategic content. In return, you charge a monthly retainer to manage their campaigns. No inventory, no product manufacturing, no shipping logistics, just results. On paper, it's incredibly attractive. One client paying $1,500, $3,000 per month can exceed many full-time salaries. With 5 clients, you're running a serious operation. With systems in place, you can hire media buyers, appointment setters, and account managers, turning your service into a structured agency. The scalability is real, but so is the pressure. Unlike selling a product, you're selling outcomes, leads, sales, growth. If a campaign underperforms, clients don't blame the algorithm, they blame you. Client management becomes part of the job. Calls, updates, reporting, explaining results during slow months, managing expectations when businesses expect miracles, and then there's sales. Before you can run ads, you have to close clients. That means outreach, cold emails, DMs, sales calls, handling objections, building credibility from scratch. This is not passive income. In the beginning, it's highly hands-on. You are the strategist, the operator, the communicator, the closer. However, here's what makes social media marketing agency powerful. Once you truly understand marketing psychology, targeting, messaging, conversion, those skills become transferable. You can apply them across industries. You can improve almost any business with the right strategy. Over time, the model can become systemized, processes get documented, campaign frameworks get reused, client acquisition becomes predictable. But the early stage, it demands resilience. Ease, level, moderate, too difficult, especially in the first 6 months. Startup costs, low, mainly software and outreach tools. Income ceiling, high, best suited for people strong in communication, persuasion, and performance-based thinking. SHMA rewards those who can handle responsibility. Because when someone pays you every month, they're not paying for effort. They're paying for results. And if you can consistently deliver those results, you don't just build income, you build leverage. Dropshipping is often the first online business model people hear about, and that's not an accident. On the surface, it sounds almost frictionless. You create an online store. You list products. When a customer places an order, a supplier ships the product directly to them. You never hold inventory. You never pack boxes. You never rent warehouse space. That simplicity is what makes it so attractive, especially for beginners. The startup cost is low. You don't need thousands of dollars tied up in bulk inventory. You can test multiple products quickly. If something doesn't sell, you'll pivot without being stuck with unsold stock. It lowers the financial barrier to entry, and that's powerful. But here's what doesn't always get mentioned. Dropshipping is not a shortcut. It's not set up a store and watch money roll in. The real skill in dropshipping isn't uploading products. It's research and marketing. You must identify products with demand, but not oversaturated competition. You must understand consumer psychology. You must create compelling product pages, persuasive ad creatives, and optimize funnels. Marketing is everything. Paid ads, whether on social platforms or search engines, often drive traffic. It means testing, budget allocation, data analysis, constant iteration. If your marketing is weak, the model collapses. And then there's supplier reliability. Because you don't control manufacturing or shipping, your reputation depends on someone else's performance. Slow shipping, inconsistent quality, or poor communication can damage your brand quickly. That's why responsible dropshipping matters. When done strategically with vetted suppliers, honest delivery expectations, and proper branding, it reduces financial risk compared to inventory-heavy models, like traditional retail or Amazon FBA, but it is still a real business. It requires patience. It requires learning skills that most people avoid. Ease, level, accessible, simple to start, harder to master. Startup cost, low, mainly website setup and marketing budget. Risk level, lower upfront capital risk, higher execution risk. Best for beginners willing to learn marketing fundamentals and test consistently. Dropshipping isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about learning how online commerce works. And for many entrepreneurs, it becomes a training ground, the place where they develop the skills that power everything else they build. Accessible doesn't mean effortless, but for someone ready to learn, it's a strong place to begin. Final ranking summary now. Let's step back and look at the bigger picture. If we rank these models purely by accessibility and startup simplicity, here's the honest breakdown. Amazon FBA, incredibly powerful, but capital-intensive and research-heavy. Print on demand, easy to launch, but margins are thin and branding is everything. Email marketing, one of the most powerful long-term assets, but it requires building an audience first. Social media marketing agency, high income potential, but client management and performance pressure are real. Dropshipping, the lowest barrier to entry, with strong scalability if executed properly. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. None of these models are lazy. There is no button you press that replaces effort. Every single path requires learning new skills, testing ideas that might fail, staying consistent when results are slow, solving problems you didn't expect. The difference between them isn't effort, it's risk level, it's starting capital, it's personality fit. If you're starting with limited funds, the smartest move isn't chasing the highest income ceiling. It's choosing a model that minimizes upfront financial risk while maximizing skill development. Because in the long run, the real asset isn't the store. It isn't the ad account. It isn't even the email list. It's the skill set you build along the way. Marketing, communication, research, decision-making, resilience. Shortcuts fade. Skills compound. And when you build skills, you're no longer dependent on a single model. You can adapt, pivot, scale, rebuild if necessary. That's real leverage. So choose wisely, not based on hype, but based on who you are and what you're willing to master. If you found this breakdown helpful, and remember, building your own path takes effort, but it builds ownership. I'll see you in the next one.